We walk all over them every single day, but do we really know what's wearing our carpets down? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and uncover the hidden enemy that's secretly responsible for destroying this huge investment in our homes. So, let me ask you, what do you think is the number one thing that's ruining your carpet? Is it the kids tearing through the house, the dog's muddy paws, or is it maybe just, old age?
Well, the truth is, the main culprit is something way smaller, way sharper, and honestly, a lot more destructive than you'd probably ever guess.
All right, let's dive right in. First, we'll talk about why we even love our carpets so much, and then we're going to unmask the little villain that's threatening them from the inside out.
And it's so true, isn't it? A great carpet just ties a room together. It's cozy, it's warm, it's a soft place for the kids to sprawl out and play. It's a huge part of what makes a house really feel like a home.
So naturally, when that same carpet starts to look kind of flat, a little dull, or just plain worn out, our first instinct is to blame the obvious stuff, right? We figure it's just years of walking on it. We see those worn down paths in the hallway and just kind of accept it as inevitable.
But here is the big reveal. While all that foot traffic is definitely part of the story, it's not actually the thing causing most of the damage. The real enemy is microscopic, abrasive grit. We're talking tiny, sharp particles of dirt and sand that get tracked into your house every single day.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, how can something I can't even see cause so much trouble? Well, let's take a closer look at how this all goes down, because it is literally destroying your carpet from the inside out.
Just let that sink in for a second. These little particles act like sandpaper. They're not just sitting there being harmless, they are actively grinding away at the very fibers that make up your carpet. And this shows you exactly how it works. So first, the grit gets tracked in on shoes, on your pet's paws, or even just through an open window. Then, it doesn't just stay on top, it sinks way, way down deep into the pile. And that's when the real damage starts. Every time you walk across the floor, you're pressing that sandpaper down, grinding it against the delicate fibers, and slowly but surely shredding them to pieces. And the result of all that invisible shredding? Well, it's all the stuff you actually can see. Those fibers get so damaged, they can't spring back up, which is what makes your carpet look flat and matted. That damage also changes how light reflects off it, and that's why it starts to look so dull. This is the real reason those ugly wear paths show up. It's not just the pressure, it's the constant grinding. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, but wait, I vacuum all the time. And that's awesome. But unfortunately, it's just not enough to stop this process. Let's get into why.
See, here's the core of the problem. Your vacuum cleaner at home, it's fantastic at pulling up the surface stuff, pet hair, crumbs, dust bunnies. But that heavy, sharp grit sinks right down to the backing of the carpet, where the suction from a normal vacuum just can't reach it. So it gets left behind to just keep doing its destructive. And it's not just about the physical damage either. All that dirt that's stuck deep down acts like a tiny sponge. It can trap moisture, which leads to those musty smells, and it can even become a breeding ground for bacteria and allergens. So this isn't just about the life of your carpet, it's also about the health of your home. So what can you do? How do you fight back against this invisible enemy? Well, that brings us to the good news, the power of a true professional deep clean. Okay, so here's the game changer. Professional deep cleaning equipment has the power to get all the way down to the base of your carpet and actually pull out that embedded grit. Once you get rid of the sandpaper, you stop the damage. And this doesn't just make the carpet look and feel amazing right away, it also cleans up your home's air quality and can dramatically extend the life of your carpets. So how often do you need to do this? Well, for most homes, the recommendation is pretty clear. A professional deep clean every 6 to 12 months is your absolute best defense against all this hidden damage. Of course, you know your home best. If you've got pets tracking who knows what inside, or kids who love to play on the floor, or just a really busy household in general, you'll probably want to lean towards the more frequent end of that scale just to keep that grit from building up. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. We count on our carpets for so much. For comfort, for warmth, for style. They help protect that cozy vibe for our family. But the real question is, what's protecting them from that invisible enemy that's grinding away from the inside? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.